Imagine owning 8 acres of waterfront land with electricity, a water well, and an existing cabin just minutes from world-class salmon fishing for under $40,000. Sounds like an absolute steal in 2026, right? But there is a massive reason why buyers are walking away, and it is sitting right at the top spot of our countdown today. Welcome back to Estate Path. Waterfront real estate is usually reserved for the mega wealthy, but right now across the country, unbelievable riverfront, creekside, and even private island properties are hitting the market at dirt cheap prices. The catch? From dangerous flood zones and boat-only island access, to driving your truck directly through an active creek bed just to reach your front door, these deals come with serious fine print. Today we are uncovering cheap waterfront properties sitting untouched on the market in 2026. We will break down the exact prices, the land potential, and the unfiltered, honest reasons why nobody is buying them. Make sure you stay tuned until number 1 because you won't believe what $39,900 actually gets you on the water. Let's dive in. Starting off our waterfront countdown at number 8, we head to Waynesboro, Tennessee along Savannah Highway. Priced at $209,000, this 51.5-acre property offers an incredible mix of natural features, including a year-round creek, a network of established trails, cleared pasture land, and even an extensive natural cave system with an internal spring. The land is completely unrestricted with no HOA, features utilities like electric and high-speed internet available at the road, and incurs low annual property taxes of roughly $500 per year. So why is over 50 acres of unrestricted Tennessee land with a year-round creek and a cave system sitting on the market after a price drop? Here is the honest catch. At $209,000, this is strictly raw, unimproved land with zero existing residential structures. Building near the creek pasture exposes buyers to potential flooding and soil saturation issues that require careful site prep and septic engineering before breaking ground. Additionally, while the cave system presents a unique attraction, turning rugged terrain and underground caves into a safe, usable homestead or tourist venture requires significant capital investment and terrain management along the highway. For buyers expecting a turnkey retreat, the lack of existing structures and potential flood-prone lower acreage can be a deterrent. But for an ambitious investor or homesteader looking for unrestricted acreage with water, power, fiber internet, and massive tourist or recreational potential, this Waynesboro property is a rare find. At number 7, we head north to St. Lawrence County, New York, just outside Star Lake in the heart of the Adirondack region. Listed at $199,900, this listing features a newly built 2022 A-frame cabin sitting on 70 forested acres. The land boasts direct frontage on the Oswegatchie River, a private pond, and multiple streams. Unlike completely raw land, this site comes turnkey with a drilled well, full septic system, and power connected. It even includes a detached garage, a wood-burning sauna shed, and a paved 12 by 40-foot RV pad with exterior electrical hookups. So, why is a brand new cabin on 70 acres of Adirondack Riverfront sitting on the market for under $200,000? Here is the honest catch. First, the cabin itself is extremely small at just 600 square feet of interior space, making it better suited as a seasonal vacation retreat or rental rather than a primary residence for a family. Second, being located in upstate New York, the annual property taxes are over $3,000 per year, more than 6 times higher than similar rural acreage in southern states. Finally, managing an Adirondack riverfront property means navigating heavy winter snowfall, seasonal freeze-thaw cycles, and potential riverfront flood zones. For buyers looking for a large, full-time family home or low-tax homesteading, 600 square feet and New York tax rates might be a deal-breaker. But for anyone wanting a ready-to-use hunting camp, off-grid capable getaway, or short-term vacation rental on 70 riverfront acres, this Star Lake property offers a unique northern escape. Coming in at number 6, we travel to Dickinson Center in upstate New York. Listed at $189,000, this property delivers a 1,320 square foot ranch-style home sitting on nearly 8 acres of land, featuring 450 feet of direct frontage along the Deer River. Inside, you get 2 bedrooms, a full bath, vaulted ceilings, and a sleeping loft. Outside, there is an above-ground pool, a fire pit, and a large deck right on the water's edge. So why is a private riverfront property with nearly 8 acres sitting on the market for under $190,000? Here is the honest catch. The listing explicitly classifies this home as a 3-season camp. Because it relies on basic electric heat and lacks proper full winter insulation, living here year-round in upstate New York would require expensive heating system retrofits and winterization upgrades. Furthermore, paying nearly $3,000 a year in property taxes for a structure you can only comfortably inhabit for part of the year, combined with a massive price increase since its 2017 sale price of $55,000, has many traditional home buyers hesitating. For anyone searching for a turnkey year-round family residence, a seasonal camp with high local tax rates is a tough sell. But for a buyer looking for a private summer compound with massive river frontage for kayaking and fishing, this Deer River retreat holds major seasonal appeal. Moving to number 5, we head up to northern Maine in Presque Isle along Parkhurst Siding Road. Priced at $154,900, this historic 1880-built farmhouse offers nearly 1,900 square feet of space, 5 bedrooms, and nearly 3 acres split across 2 separate lots. It boasts 475 feet of direct frontage along the Aroostook River, along with the Aroostook Valley Trail running right through the acreage for instant snowmobile and recreational access. So, why is a spacious 5-bedroom riverfront farmhouse with nearly 3 acres sitting on the market for under $155,000? Here is the honest catch. First, despite having 5 bedrooms, this 146-year-old house only contains a single bathroom, creating a major functional layout issue for larger families. Second, while the main floor has received basic cosmetic updates, the entire upstairs level is completely unfinished, requiring significant construction budget to make it fully livable. Finally, public records show the property was purchased just months ago in early 2026 for $123,000, meaning buyers are facing a quick seller markup on an old stone foundation home in a remote, cold northern climate. For traditional buyers wanting a turnkey family home, without taking on an upstairs rehab project, paying a price markup in far northern Maine is a clear hurdle. But for a handy buyer or investor seeking an affordable riverfront compound with short-term rental or trailside recreational potential, this Aroostook County listing offers plenty of upside. Landing at number 4, we head deep into eastern Kentucky to Clayhole. Priced at $140,000, following a fresh $20,000 price cut, this 2015-built A-frame cabin offers 1,000 square feet of living space, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and sits on nearly 2 private acres along a mountain stream. It gives you the ultimate secluded, off-grid feel while keeping full modern comforts like public water, power, septic, and even high-speed internet. So, why is a modern 2015 cabin on nearly 2 acres sitting on the market through multiple price drops? Here is the honest catch. To actually reach the property, you have to drive your vehicle directly through an active mountain creek bed. During heavy rains or seasonal flash flooding, accessing the cabin without a high-clearance 4-wheel drive vehicle or investing in a costly private bridge can be a major risk. On top of that, the home lacks central HVAC, relying strictly on space heaters and window units, and has struggled to sell since late 2025, despite dropping $40,000 from its original asking price. For everyday buyers worried about stream crossings or winter heating, driving through water to get home, is a major deal breaker. But for someone looking for a cozy cabin getaway or unique Airbnb investment with creek access and high-speed internet, this Kentucky retreat is an ultra-cheap property deal. Holding down the number 3 spot, we head to Milo, Maine for a listing that takes waterfront living to an absolute extreme. Priced at $139,000 after multiple price drops, this unique property consists of an entire quarter-acre private island on the Sebec River. It comes fully furnished with a 435-square-foot A-frame camp that sleeps 6, a full solar power setup, a composting toilet, a gas fireplace, a dock, and a whopping 800 feet of total water frontage, all with ultra-low annual property taxes of just $120 per year. So why is your own private solar-powered island in Maine sitting on the market for under $140,000? Here is the honest catch. The property is strictly accessible by boat only. There is no driveway, bridge, or vehicle access whatsoever. Transporting groceries, building materials, or heavy gear requires loading a boat every single time. Furthermore, the 435-square-foot footprint is tiny. The off-grid water and sewer systems are strictly seasonal, and navigating river ice during Maine's harsh winters makes year-round living nearly impossible. For conventional buyers seeking a year-round home with drive-in access, boat-only entry and off-grid utilities are major red flags. But for an adventurer or angler seeking an affordable, secluded summer island getaway with massive fishing potential and total privacy, this Sebec River Island is an incredible find. Moving down to number 2, we head to remote Coventry, Vermont. Priced at just $120,000, this property offers over 47 acres of secluded wilderness featuring a large beaver pond, scenic wetlands, timbered hardwood hills, and 2 existing rustic camp structures, including an A-frame. It provides total privacy with no local zoning restrictions, making it a prime location for off-grid hunting, snowmobiling, and wilderness recreation. So, why is nearly 48 acres of Vermont waterfront land with 2 existing camps sitting at just $120,000? Here is the honest catch. First, the land has 0 active utilities, there is no power grid, no septic system, and no well, meaning all water must be hauled in manually. Second, the 2 existing camps are in rough shape and require major structural renovations. Finally, access is extremely challenging. The property sits at the end of a seasonal private road behind locked gates that requires a high-clearance 4-wheel drive vehicle. And once winter arrives, access is strictly limited to snowmobiles, tracked ATVs, or snowshoes. For traditional buyers looking for year-round driveway access, electricity, and running water, a snowmobile access project with no septic is a non-starter. But for a hunter, survivalist, or off-grid enthusiast looking for 47 private acres of Vermont pond-front wilderness under $125,000, this Coventry retreat is a classic dirt-cheap deal. Claiming our top spot as the cheapest waterfront deal on the list at just $39,900, we travel to Altmar, New York, just minutes from the world-famous Salmon River. Sitting on over 8 acres, this property features a winding creek connected to Grindstone Creek, an established driveway, an active electric meter, a dug well, and a 500-square-foot project cabin built in 2006. So, why is over 8 acres of waterfront land with power, a well, and an existing cabin sitting at under $40,000 after a recent price cut? Here is the honest catch. First, the 500-square-foot cabin contains 0 bathrooms and requires either a complete gut renovation or total replacement. Second, a significant portion of the 8 acres transitions directly into protected wetlands and a flood zone, drastically limiting where you can build or develop. Finally, it utilizes a holding tank instead of a standard septic system and carries nearly $1,800 in annual New York property taxes for a non-livable structure. For someone expecting a move-in ready cabin, taking on a flood zone project with no bathroom is a major hurdle. But for an angler or hunter looking for an ultra-cheap seasonal camp base near elite salmon fishing with utilities already in place, this $39,900 New York listing takes the crown for sheer affordability. And that wraps up our countdown of 8 cheap waterfront properties sitting untouched in 2026. From boat-only private islands in Maine to a $39,000 creekside project in New York, these listings prove that affordable water frontage is still out there. If you are willing to navigate flood zones, seasonal access, and unique off-grid challenges, which of these properties do you think holds the best long-term potential, or are the hidden catches just too big to handle? Drop your pick in the comments below. For full listing links, parcel details, and more rural real estate deep dives, check out the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this property breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next real estate roundup. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.